Great morning to you. I'm Dr. Stacey. I was on a podcast yesterday, and one of the questions that Deborah Brown asked me was, what were those indicators, those nuances, those little taps on the shoulder, or that little niggling in the back of your mind that let you know that things weren't quite right in your life with your health or with what you were doing, or that you just weren't satisfied? What were those little niggles? And so today I want to share with you on this podcast, Diets Don't Work, what the little niggles are. Going along in life, oftentimes you can be focused on one thing, one goal, one direction, to the exclusion of everything else. You may have blinders on where you're not seeing or observing everything else that's going on around you. And you're just shutting off all of the sensory information, everything that's coming in, that's really trying to get your attention in order for you to slow down, perhaps take better care of yourself, to practice self-care, to be aware of the little signs and symptoms and those little niggles that are going on in your body, with your body, to your body, and trying to get your attention. So if you are ignoring the little niggles, the little taps on the shoulder of your body, trying to get your attention for something, some reason, somehow, then that is when you just blindly walk through. And that's when your body then has to take the reins and take control and then provide you with the 2x4 whack over the head. And that's what happened in my life. And so that's why I'm sharing it with you. So what are those little niggles, those little nuances, those little things that are occurring in your life that you don't even consciously know that you're doing? And that's the point, you don't consciously know that you're doing them, but they're happening. And this is avoidance. This is just, again, walking through with the blinders on, ignoring the situation that might be right in front of you that's causing the problem. So ways of avoidance are anything in excess. Are you doing any one thing too much? So some of the signs and symptoms that you can begin to be consciously thinking about are, do you sleep too much? And excess goes in both directions, abundance and lack. So do you sleep too much? Are you spending too much time in bed, hiding your life away in bed? Or is your sleep really disrupted and you're not sleeping at all? That's an indicator that there's underlying things going on in your life that your subconscious mind is trying to work out, to deal with, and consciously you're not taking note of it. So anything in excess. Do you overeat or not eat much at all? Again, excess goes in both directions, abundance and lack. So anything in too much in one direction. Take a look. Start to examine yourself, your life, your habits, and those little nuances. Do you exercise? Not at all. When you know that it's important to even walk 10 minutes a day. Or are you a chronic exerciser to such a degree of complete physical exhaustion, and you're truly depleting your body rather than building it up and strengthening it? There are many things. Another thing is your calendar. Are you completely overbooked all the time? Is your calendar so jam-packed and so full that you have no time for you? This was something that was one of my niggles. This was something that showed up in my life. I was so busy doing for everyone else all the time that I was never taking time for me. And who's in charge of your calendar? You are. I was in charge of my calendar and I booked it so full. Beginning to implement self-care was a huge shift in my life because it wasn't part of my life. Taking the understanding that self-care is not being selfish, but it actually affords me to be able to show up as a much better person, much better version of myself when I take the time to implement self-care, when I practice gratitudes, relaxation, exercise, yoga, the things that I need to do for me to recharge my batteries, whatever those things might be for you, get those implemented into your life. It's not being selfish to take time for you, and you make that shift to put yourself at the top of the priority list. Now, this is when life starts to balance out, because you are taking care of you. Because you're the only one that can do it. If you don't take care of you, no one else will do it for you. You know that. So take charge of your calendar. Book in your self-care time and your activities. Take charge. Look in at your life and see where the excess is. As I mentioned, if you don't listen to those little taps on the shoulder of your body trying to get your attention, to look within, to take stock of what's going on in your life. And if you are dissatisfied with where you are right now, what do you want to change? And are you doing anything to change that? And if you're just continuing plodding along with the blinders on and not looking around at your environment and the things that you're doing and the things that you're experiencing, if you're just plodding along with the blinders on, how do you expect anything to change? It's only when you stop and look within and have a moment to breathe and actually stop is when you can begin to connect with your true self. When you can begin to see what it is that you do want in your life. To see what you are dissatisfied with in your life. And then to decide to make changes. I invite you to step into your life and create your best life. So be sure to subscribe to my podcast, Diets Don't Work, my YouTube channel, Dr. Stacey Cooper, and learn more how you can heal your health naturally, nourishing your mind, body, and spirit. Bye for now. Hi friends, Dr. Stacey here. Now I want to provide you with the opportunity to join me in my 5 pounds in 5 days challenge. The next one is right around the corner. Click the link, jump in, and that's where I will share with you how you can get your health on track. Sharing and understanding how the body functions on the inside, that's my vision, and my mission is to eliminate the diabetic epidemic globally. So getting your health on track is vital to you creating a life that you love. So join us in the 5 pounds in 5 days challenge. The link is right there. You'll see it. It's either above or below. And you will then have the opportunity to step into creating a healthier, more natural lifestyle as you begin to heal your health naturally. I'm Dr. Stacey, and I'll see you on the inside.